Hey Capricorns, welcome to your winter solstice reading where we'll take a peek at what you might expect over the next 3 or so months. We're going to jump right on in and start by pulling a couple of oracle cards just to see what energy is surrounding this reading for you. And the first card that we have out for you is Cycle, New Beginnings. Let's pull another and see what else we have surrounding my Capricorn collective for their winter solstice period between now and March of 2023. Oh, that one flipped off the table. Let me grab it. And what we have for you is waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum. So what I just heard in my head, Capricorns, is full steam ahead. So it almost feels as though there's this breaking dawn that's happening for you during this cycle. So it's fully appropriate for winter solstice because after the longest day of the year, the days start getting longer, the sun starts shining a little bit brighter, things are warming up. And so it almost feels as though you're coming out of a deep freeze. Like this is a period of time when your life kind of starts thawing out and you start getting a little bit warmer and good things start coming into you. So there's such a sense of excitement around this reading already, Capricorn, where it's just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I cannot wait for what's next, what's next, what's next, what's coming. And there's this buildup that it's almost like you're ready to explode. And it feels like you don't necessarily know what's coming, where it's coming from, but you have this gut feeling that it is something really, really good, that it's going to be life-changing, that it's going to be such a profound difference in where you were and who you were before and who you're going to become over this time period. So let's get into some tarot and see if we can pull some additional messages for you. So looking at your season as a whole, looking at your winter solstice period, we have two cards that came out for you. We have the Devil in reverse and we have the Three of Coins. So it looks like for a lot of my Capricorns out there, you were giving up some bad habits. You are giving up things that do not serve you, that have not been for your highest good. And there is this sense of you coming back into community where whatever it is that was going on before may have isolated you in some way, shape, or form from people around you or from potential relationships or opportunities. That energy is dissipating. And so it feels like you are getting in greater control of yourself, and you're now starting to re-engage with life. You're now starting to look at the people around you, the opportunities that you may have, and it's like, okay, you know what? I'm in. I am in. I am in it to win it. That's really the feeling that I'm getting from my Capricorns out there now, that you are no longer engaging, I think, to a degree in self-sabotage. Like you're ready to let that energy go. Now, taking a peek at your love life. Oh, okay. What's happening with my Capricorns in their love life? We have the Four of Swords and we also have the Seven of Wands. So I think that sort of tying into letting go of bad habits and this bad energy and doing things that were not good for you. I think that for your love life, this is going to be a little bit of a period of rest for you because we have the Four of Swords clarified by the Seven of Wands in reverse. Now, the Seven of Wands is really a defensive card. It's almost as if you've been fighting back against people, potential suitors or suitresses. Is that the feminine? Anywho, fighting back against people that you have been sort of romantically interested in or romantically involved with. It feels like there was always this sort of struggle. And during your winter solstice, it's going to be quiet. I think that you are kind of throwing up your hands in a good way, saying, you know what? I was not put on this earth to fight for this bullshit. I'm done. I'm done. Like I'm tired of trying to fight for what it is that I know I deserve from someone else. Like love should not be a fight. Like let's in 2023, in this here winter solstice Capricorn, you are saying no to struggle love. You are saying no to struggle love. And I think that this is going to be for you a period of rest and recuperation and healing. So again, letting go of those situations that don't serve you and looking at things differently, expecting different. I think that's where you are with your love life, which is not a bad place to be. Because again, you're reconnecting with the world, but you're doing it in a smarter way. And I don't think that love is going to be the ultimate focus for you during this time period. Now, shifting to your finances, let's see what's happening with my Cappy's money. And we have the moon in reverse. So the moon, when it's upright, is all about what's hidden. It's about things that have not necessarily been uncovered just yet. There's a path to illumination here. So having the moon in reverse, it feels like when it comes to your finances, there are going to be things that you're shown that you may not have been able to see before. And let's clarify what that looks like. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So the Knight of Cups is a bit of a messenger card, right? It's someone who comes in, and this is very much focused on emotions. So when it comes to your finances and how you make them, I do think that there is going to be an uncovering of something that you realize that you're not particularly fond of. And so I think that there's going to be a realization, there's going to be a little bit of an aha moment that something needs to be different. That whatever it is that you're doing when it comes to your finances is not what you want it to do. It's not fulfilling to you in some way. It's not something that you can envision yourself doing for the rest of your life. And so I feel that, during this time period, there's going to be a sense of dissatisfaction around what it is that you do for money. And it's going to put you in a place where you really start thinking very hard about what you can do differently, or what it is that you actually can do that you will enjoy, something that makes you feel content, something that makes you feel happy and fulfilled. So again, I'm not getting that, Capricorns, you're broke or anything like that, but I just feel as though coming out of this energy of, the devil and not doing things that are for your highest good, I think it's going to cause you to question everything in your life, your romantic relationships, your money. So this is all, I think, a part of your growth, and it's going to lead to these new beginnings that we see surrounding this reading for you. So what's going to be challenging for you in this season? We have the Two of Coins, balance. That sort of juggling, ability to juggle. And, it feels like there's going to be a lot of choices that you have to make. This feels like there's going to be a lot of introspection that you're going to have to do. And I do think at times it's going to be a little bit overwhelming. It's going to feel like, how am I going to be able to think through all of this? How am I going to be able to deal with all of this at the same time? Because again, coming out of this energy where I think it was easy, and I use that in air quotes, for you to just kind of put things off, for you to deal with things as they come, to sort of accept things that were not necessarily the best for you. Because getting out of that is going to take a little bit of work on your part. But I do think that you've made the decision that you want different for yourself, that you want better for yourself. And so I think that one of the big challenges is going to be you trying to figure out how to put all of that together. And we have that clarified by the Emperor in reverse, and we also have the Two of Wands. So another decision card, figuring out where to go from here, whether or not the place that you're currently in is okay for you, or if you want to get out into the world and explore. What do your options and opportunities look like going forward? So I think that exploring all of that at times can be a little bit overwhelming for you Capricorns, but you'll get through it. I think another challenge that we have for you is someone from your past. And I think that this is very much related to, you're sort of getting out of this energy where you've been consistently having to fight for what it is that you want from someone else, where you've had to fight for affection or communication or respect or whatever the situation has been. We have the Emperor in reverse. So do not be surprised, Capricorns, if during this journey of self-growth and giving up bad habits and bad people, places, things, and situations around you, if this person doesn't come back to you with the words that you might want to hear, the words that I think you've been waiting to hear, but understand that it's a mask, it's a facade, it's all for show. And so it's going to be up to you whether or not you're able to see through that and to see that this person is not as stable as they sort of, show themselves to be. That they're, that underneath this exterior of, oh, I've learned my lesson, I understand what you need, now I'm going to give you what you need. I'm going to need you, Capricorns, to recognize that this person, they may sound sincere, they may believe what they're saying, but it's not true. They're lying to themselves and they're lying to you. So I think it might be a little bit of a challenge for you to not fall back into that trap of believing what they say and giving them yet another opportunity. So keep an eye out for that. Now, something that's going to flourish in this season, we have the Seven of Coins. So I love this card for you Capricorns out there because the Seven of Coins is really about planting seeds. It's about being very patient. It's about nourishing them and waiting for them to sort of fully mature so that you can harvest. So what we're seeing in this season for you is you planting your seeds for a new beginning. You are putting in all of the work, and all of this work is going to give you momentum. It's almost as if you've, gotten some like veggie seeds or something. Let's say you're growing tomatoes in the backyard. And so you plant the seeds and everything, and you're watering it, and you're giving it fertilizer, and you're making sure that it gets good sun. And over time, with that level of consistency, with that level of attention, you're going to get some nice big juicy tomatoes that are very, very tasty with a little layer of mayonnaise and some salt and pepper. Like, that's good stuff, especially in the summer. But this is going to be your period of nourishing yourself. You're planting these seeds in yourself, replacing these bad habits with self-affirming habits, making sure that you choose wisely the people who are around you and the people that you let access your energy. So this is something that's going to flourish for you in this season. And by the end of it, you are going to be super strong. And we have that clarified by the Page of Swords. This is my Watcher card. This is someone who is sort of looking at the world wide-eyed. They're not taking a whole lot of action externally. They are observing everything and everybody around them. So I do think that, again, during this winter solstice period, you are going to look more than you leap. You are going to be in a place where you are patient, you are watching, you are evaluating, and not really rushing into anything. You're letting things build for you in a positive way. So your personal growth through this time period, we start with the Five of Cups. So this is really a card that signifies regret. It's a feeling of loss. It's, sort of crying over spilled milk, looking at what's fallen in front of you, but recognizing, because in traditional tarot, the Five of Cups, we have a person who's standing and looking, and there are like 3 cups that have tipped over, but there are 2 that are still standing. And so I think that your growth is going to be acknowledging some things that didn't work out, that left you feeling a little bit empty, that left you sort of wondering, well, what if that had worked out? But being in a place where you can now see those 2 cups that are still upright. And that's going to be the foundation for you getting back to happiness, getting back to stability. So understanding that whatever it is that you've lost, you have not lost yourself. All of your cups are not turned over. There's still a couple there that are waiting to be filled. We also have the Six of Wands in reverse and Justice in reverse. And so these are interesting because upright, these are both pretty positive cards. And in the context of your reading, Capricorns, it almost feels as though you are getting to a place where you are no longer dependent on affirmation from other people. Like your perspective of yourself is what's most important to you. And with Justice in reverse, you're no longer looking for that from others. It's like, if you don't like the way that I'm flowing, if you don't like the fact that I'm doing what's best for me, okay, bye. There's no loss here. There's no loss. I still got my 2 cups. You may have kicked over the other ones, but I'm good. I can still build. So your personal growth, I think, is really going to be focused on getting back to you, doing what makes you happy, making sure that you nurture yourself independent of anyone else. So this is a fresh start for you, Capricorn, and I hope you're excited because I'm excited for you. There's a new beginning waiting for you around the corner, and you're planting seeds. They're growing. They are growing by the second. So just stick to your path. Kick the shit out of people who try and knock you off of it because you're better than that. So that's what I got for you guys. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one.